Somalis are not black. Now, before you disagree with me, I just want to say, listen, right? There's no such thing as the term black. The term black only came about in colonization. I don't have to accept that, sahib. That's why the other day when I was in a place, someone said to me, "Are you black?" I said, "I'm not black, sahib. I don't accept that term." Because how can I or any other human being have the same skin color as this, bro? It's not possible. Can you see the correlation? It's not possible. It's not possible for someone to be a black. And before the people say, "Oh, you're self-hating, you hate yourself." Listen, I don't hate myself. I'm proud to be my ethnicity, but I'm not black. I am not black. I don't even agree with any terms. I don't believe in whiteness or blackness or any of that. I believe in ethnicity wise. So yes, I am Somali, but I'm not black. And I don't believe Nigerians are black. I don't believe South Africans are black. I don't believe Ghanaians are black. I believe, yes, we're African, but we're not black because black was a racially used term by the colonizers to put African people down, and I don't accept that term. So before niggas say to me, "Oh, you're black," listen, I'm not black, right? I've never been black. So don't push that shit onto me, bro.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. So credit goes to all those creators, guys. I'm sure you have heard many Somalis saying that they are not black. And honestly, every single time I hear it, it shocks me. And it shocks me more when I see them saying that, oh, Black Americans do not want to help them in protesting. And I'm like, how exactly do you publicly deny a group of people? And you still have the guts, the audacity to come out and ask for solidarity, guys. But here's the issue. In countries like America, race is not something that you personally register for, right? It is something that the society assigns to you, because you don't just fill a form saying, oh, I would like to opt out of being perceived as black. Race America was built on very simple visual system, because if you are of visible sub-Saharan African origin, you are placed in the black category. So it doesn't matter if you are from Mississippi or you are from Mogadishu. It really does not matter. It's not an opinion, because that's how the system developed. So when somebody says, oh, we are not black, so I have to ask that definition is by who exactly? Because if a Somali man, for example, walks into, let's say, a bank in Minnesota, do you think the teller or whoever is going to ask that, oh, this person does not look black or whatever? They see a black person and they place him or she or whatever in that black category. So the social treatment follows that perception, and that is how racial systems operate. So you can say Somali is an ethnicity, correct, but none of that removes you from the racial classification that you are placed in within Western societies. And that is where it starts sounding so unrealistic, because you cannot separate yourself from a category that the social system has already, joined you to, especially when that category is placed on visible ancestry. Like, you don't get to say you are not part of that group while the whole world is obviously grouping you there. And that's not how, structural race works. Somalis say the word black is connected to slavery. They say black is an identity, created in America during the transatlantic slave trade. And they say their ancestors were not part of that system. So they are rejecting the word black. But you reject the word, but you want all the goodies that come from those ancestors. Like, how? And I thought you guys said Minnesota was promised to you people 3,000 years ago or something like that. So how exactly do you want all the goodies and all the sweetness that comes from people from that word, but you are rejecting the word yourself? Like, yeah, I should make it make sense in the comment section, guys. Let's see what the other creators have to say, and I'll see you soon.
Let me first start with this. For anybody that is coming to the United States whose skin color looks like mine, lighter, darker, but, in the same general vicinity as mine, don't kid yourself. Don't come here thinking because you were not brought here the way my ancestors were brought here that you are somehow looked at differently, because it just ain't true. Here in the United States, regardless of your background, regardless of where you come from, if you look like me, you're black. So you can get off your little high horse and get over whatever feelings you may have about it. When white people look at you in America and you are my shade of color, lighter or darker, somewhere in this vicinity, they see a black person. So you can stop fooling yourself. Okay? And I just especially want to mention all of the Somalians, and it's not all of them, but all of the Somalians who will get on TikTok, get online and say, I'm not black, I'm Somalian. Like somehow being called black is an insult. Well, I got news for you. In America, you are black. So you need to figure out a way to deal with it, because as long as it's white people running this country, that's how you will always be viewed. So if your little feelings are hurt or you somehow feel insulted because someone thought of you as black, get over it. That's life in America. So as long as you want to be here, that's something you need to just accept, because that's how it is when it comes to white people. You don't have a proximity to whiteness because you look too much like me. So white people don't want you in their areas. White people don't want around you. And stop kidding yourself into thinking that your closeness to whiteness is somehow a benefit for you, because A, they will never see you as one of them, and B, they will never treat you as one of them. So you might as well get over yourself. You chose to come here. My people didn't have a choice. We were brought here. You chose to come here. And then when you get here, want to act like you're better than someone. Well, let me clear the air. You're not. You're not just in general, and you certainly are not in their eyes, the people whose eyes you crave so much to be near. So your best bet would be to quit fooling yourself. Quit fooling yourself. As long as you're my color or darker in America, when white people look at you, you're black. So deal with it. And just to clarify even further, Somalia is where you come from. That's your nationality. In America, that's not your race. Okay? So let's just get it straight and move on.
Let's talk about why Somalis say, oh no, we're not black. As a Somali who does claim her blackness, I want to explain this with love. Because that statement comes from history, survival, and sometimes pain. First, Somalia isn't a part of the Western world. In Somalia, a deeply homogenous community, there's no reason to say you're black. Everyone looks like you. For example, like Nigeria, people identify by tribe or nation, not race. Race, as a qualifier especially, only becomes relevant to most Africans when they leave their country and step into a world that sees them through that lens. During colonization, Europeans didn't just divide our land, they divided our identities. Somalis were mistakenly told, ooh, you look different, you're closer to Arab, you're better. Those lies that were told by whiteness seeded the anti-blackness that still lingers today. And because Somalia was not colonized in the exact same way as other African countries, many Somalis grew up thinking that blackness was synonymous with oppression, something to escape, not embrace. But Western propaganda is global, honey. So in the same way that they show African Americans or all Americans in general that Africans are barbaric and starving, they show African Americans to the rest of the world as lazy thugs who are not to be trusted, violent. Many Somalis arrive here as refugees and want to rebuild their lives and think, if I distance myself from this label, maybe I'll be safe. There's still no excuse. My own mother, who struggles with anti-blackness and hates my dark skin, would always tell me, don't be a yo-yo, don't be a yo-yo. It's pure ignorance, but it stems from fear and lies. Here's the truth. African Americans are the moral backbone of this country. Every right, every protection, every piece of good experience that you are having in America was built through their blood, sweat, and tears. Their resistance, their strategic organizing, their sacrifice, it's the only reason why we have a foothold here today. And as much as Somalis want to say, oh, why do you care about black issues? It's because I'm in gratitude and they deserve reverence and solidarity, not distance and disdain. So if you hear a Somali say, I'm not black, I'm not black, I'm not black. so embarrassing. Don't get offended. Pray for them. They're wrestling with a lie that's literally older than them. A lie that was designed to keep us divided. And remember, no matter how lost we are or how far we run, we're still all one.
We've got a different phenotype, we've got a different culture, we speak an Afro-Asiatic language, so there's so many differences. We are closer to us genetically, we are closer to the North Africans than the West Africans, and that's a fact. That's a
fine.
Fact.
Now,
that's a fact.
Now, do you accept?
That's a fact.
Do you accept that Somalis, Eritreans?
This is true. E1B1B will happen. And expanded to North Africa.
One second. Do you accept? Abdullah, listen. Do you accept that Somalis, Eritreans, and Ethiopians are collectively the most homogeneous group on the planet?
100%.
Do we collectively share an East African identity?
100%.
Do we and Nigerians share a collective African identity?
Definitely not.
No, let me respond to that.
Do we share a collective identity?
No, I'm not going to respond to that because you've cut off the people of North Africa. Do we all of us African? Yes. 100%.
Yes.
But are we black? No. We're not black. And I explained to you why. We've got a different phenotype, we've got a different culture, we've got different, we speak Afro-Asiatic language. There's move on.
Did you just say to have different culture?
Yeah, we have a different culture. Okay, hold on. There's more differences than similarities.
Guys, now let's talk about the part that confuses me the most, because when you say loud and clear that, oh, we are not black, and you distance yourself from black identity, and you correct people saying, don't call us black, right? But when immigration pressure increases and I start targeting y'all, suddenly the message becomes, we need black solidarity. We need black Americans to stand with us. Like, ow, we need the black community to speak up. Speak up about what? Because why is help being asked from black Americans specifically? Why? Because you obviously reject being called black when it comes to identity. So how exactly can you embrace black solidarity when it comes to protection? Because you legit cannot say we are not part of that group, and then when you are affected, suddenly you say we are part of the struggle, because you asking for help is saying that you are part of the struggle. Guys, solidarity is built on shared reality, and the shared reality is this: in America, African descended people are placed in the same racial category, and that includes African Americans, Somali immigrants, and all the likes. So it's about being honest about how race works, because you cannot reject blackness, right? Socially. And then when it comes to politics, you depend on it, because some Somalis go further than just saying that, oh, we are not black. They act in ways that make it like they want to be closer to white. Why not ask white people for help? Because they emphasize their lighter skin. They say they are from East Africa. That is for those that agree that they are from Africa, not West Africa. And they separate themselves, right? It's like they want the advantages that come with being seen as closer to white. They want better treatment. They want less discrimination. They want social respect. And the strange part is that at the same time, when trouble comes knocking, like ICE targeting them, they still reach out to black Americans for help. Like, they rely on the protection, the solidarity, and the networks built by a group that they publicly reject. And wanting to separate from black people in identity, but you are needing them when things are getting hard. But you want to appear closer to white while depending on the very people that you are rejecting. And they know, right, that black voices have power. And they know that when black people support them, they know that things are going to change. But how exactly do y'all want to ask for help when you are rejecting exact same color that these people possess? Like, make it make sense. How? And is their confidence for me, because they do not feel ashamed to come out to ask for help and set up their phone and tripod or whatever and ask for help. But they are rejecting these same people. Like, how does it make sense? Somebody make it make sense to me in the comment section if you can, guys. guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I really want to hear from you. And if you have found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you can know when I post a new video. And I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Ciao.